Guys, today we've got even more 70% off Yeezys. What might be the best Jordan 1 Union collaboration we've seen. And I never thought I'd say this, but the off-white Canary Yellow Jordan 1s are releasing. It's getting pretty crazy, so let's hop into a release recap and go over what we did and didn't get. Starting with the Kith and Asics collab on the Marvel Supervillains drop. They did a bunch of different shoes. I entered. I don't think I got anything. I didn't receive any emails, but let me know if you grabbed any. There was some solid drops. Oh yeah, just an update on Nike Sneakers Day, which of course did not happen. What did I tell you guys? I did warn you last week that nothing was happening. This year was even crazier than years before. Like, we know the drill. Everybody talks about there's going to be some crazy Travis Scotts and all of these crazy shoes that are going to be dropping. But this year, it just seemed like everybody was posting this video that was going around and just assuming that it was made by Nike. People were doing like deep dives on this video and like pausing it to find certain sneakers. Yeah, it was all capped. There was nothing happening. Nike didn't even drop anything for Nike Sneakers Day. They didn't even say it was an event. The Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM Driveway Gray dropped, and unfortunately I don't think it even released here in the EU or the UK. Maybe it's pushed back, I hope, because I'd love to get my hands on these things. But yeah, it looked like it was just for you guys out in the US, maybe some other regions, and let me know if you grabbed them. If you did, solid cop. It's a very nice pair of sneakers. But let's get into this upcoming stuff, and why don't we just stay with Nigel Sylvester, because he's going to be dropping an actual Jordan 4 in 2025. This is the Firewood Orange Jordan 4 Nigel Sylvester. So of course we got the Bike Air on the back. Now we have spoke about this pair of shoes before. It was kind of leaked as like a special project. We didn't know who the collaborator was. Now we know that it is Nigel Sylvester, and it's going to be dropping March 2025. Now these markups are based on what they believe the colorway is going to be, just this bright orange. I think it's going to be a little bit more toned down. I think it's going to be maybe something a little bit different, but probably not this saturated. Either way, I'm sure we'll get some actual images of these things relatively soon. Now for an exact release date, they're dropping on March the 23rd for the new Jordan 4 retail price of $225. That's right. Jordan 4s from here on out, or from next year, are going to be, you know, they raised up to $215, and now they're going all the way up to $225, and that's just collabs and GRs. Another probably more highly anticipated pair of 4s is the Nike SB collaboration that we're getting in white and navy. These have a release date of March the 1st. Now again, this image is a mock-up. You can kind of see like the colors around some of these pull tabs. It's still green because they're using the original pine green colorway for this image. So maybe some tweaks are slightly made, but as far as we know, it should just be as true to like the original Nike SB collab, just with a change of color. I certainly hope so, because I like these things just how they are. If they came with this color, this construction, I'm happy. And let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you like this midnight navy colorway, or do you prefer the originals? Another update, the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic, highly anticipated. This one's going to be reimagined. Well, it's going to be dropping February the 15th, 2025. And again, some of the reimagining, we do know what it's going to look like. So it's going to have white laces like this picture, and I believe they're going to play heavily into this picture. Some of the upper is going to be remodeled. They're adding some 3M on there in terms of material. So yeah, some slight tweaks, a little bit of reimagining, but it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think it's going to disappoint. Don't forget, we're finally getting the Black Cat Air Jordan 3, supposed to be dropping this year, pushed to 2025, but thankfully you don't have to wait too long. January the 25th, these are going to be dropping. And these I just think are going to be exactly like the original. So this one is the 2007 pair, and I believe they're just going to be like exactly this. No reimagining, no changing anything, but of course we'll have to wait and see. And then probably the most anticipated sneaker of next year, the Undefeated Air Jordan 4 has a release date now, June the 28th, 2025. 2025 is just going to be unreal of a year for like Jordan brand releases. We've got so much coming. If you don't know and you're not clued in, check out my last video. I'll put it up in the corner. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous. They're bringing so many insane sneakers back that it's just, at this point, it's like, what are they not bringing back? Right, we finally got a release date for a pair of shoes that actually a lot of you guys have been asking me about. Well, here's the update. So the Verdy Nike SB Dunk Low, or the Visti colorway, is going to be dropping September the 19th. So the thing is with these, they were supposed to drop, I believe, in like July, and then it was like, okay, they drop in August, and now it's finally got a release date, which, I mean, yeah, people have been waiting for these. It's a crazy pair of shoes, so I mean, I know that it's a hyped up collaboration. A lot of people want these, but I mean, man, the colorway colorway is something that is definitely going to be reserved for some specific occasions. This is not a daily sneaker, at least in my opinion. Maybe somebody could pull these things off very, very well. I'm sure they can, but personally, I will definitely struggle. These are the official images. We've even got on-foot shots, so you can see pretty much everything there is to know about this pair of shoes. Right, we got a couple New Balance updates. First one I just thought was so clean that I wanted to just include it in here. The Sea Salt and Gray New Balance 990 V6 is looking phenomenal. These are actually dropping very, very soon, August the 15th, so literally in a couple days. I don't think it's going to be insanely hyped up or anything like that. It's just a regular colorway, no collaboration, but it is super clean, and if you like the 990 V6, I think this is a good option. We just got first looks of another Action Bronson New Balance collaboration. This time, they're really leaning into the more performance aspect of their sneakers. So we just had the 1906s, and as we know, that's more of a lifestyle sneaker now, so this right here, the Rebel V4, 100% is a very, very performance shoe. I mean, it's incredibly comfortable. We took a look at these. They've definitely made my top 10 most comfortable sneaker list. So if you're into that, this will be a great shoe. But of course, we also know his other collaboration, which was this one right over here, which is a trail performance shoe. And again, is a very interesting direction to go with this Action Bronson New Balance collaboration. But I mean, hey, people seem to love everything that they're doing, so why not just keep doing it? In my opinion, this Rebel V4 doesn't do it for me at all. Like, it's just, it seems like it's just another colorway. I don't see any big changes going on over here. We don't have an exact release date for these, but they should be dropping November time this year. And last one, Salehe Bembury just teased his brand new New Balance 991 V2 collaboration. This one's looking pretty much as what you would expect from a Salehe Bembury collab. Very, very colorful. You're getting the upper entirely in purple, a very nice soft suede it looks like. Some more on-foot shots down here. I'm honestly a little bit more interested in some of the other stuff that Salehe Bembury is doing right now, like with Crocs and potentially his Puma collaboration coming up. I feel like I've seen a decent amount from New Balance, and I'm kind of looking forward to the more, you know, unseen stuff. But this is a full 2024 release, and something that does excite me a little bit more is this Salehe Bembury collaboration. This is a wild shoe. So this is a collaboration with Crocs, if it was hard to tell, because yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but it follows along with a similar idea, I guess, to what they just did with the Juniper sneaker, except this time it's a boot that almost looks like something out of a video game. It's like very cartoonish somehow. The actual shoe itself looks to be like a regular Crocs material in that kind of foam, and then on the upper it looks like some kind of canvas, which I guess kind of resembles a pair of like Converse sneakers, but it's got that absolutely insane midsole, which is very similar to what they did on the Juniper sneaker, that kind of, you know, moves up onto the upper. It's super colorful. Not my favorite, I gotta be honest. Just like looking at it, it seems pretty wild. No release date on this. These are coming at some point. I assume we'll get some more Junipers before this one drops. I would love to know your thoughts on these things. Do you like them or do you absolutely hate them? We've got some detailed looks at the upcoming Nike Kobe 9 Halo collection. So again, there's two pairs that are going to be dropping. So we got the lows, or the regulars, and these ones are pretty much just all over white, kind of a little pearlescent shine to that Nike swoosh, or maybe it's just the flash, but that looks pretty cool. Carbon fiber moving up onto the upper, and then of course we're getting the highs as well. Exact same thing, just now it's the elite version, so the high top. They're gonna retail at $180, I believe, for the lows. Yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on the release, August the 24th. Supreme is dropping a Nike collab very, very soon. Guess what pair of shoes they chose? Of course, they're pumping out another Air Force One mid. I feel like we just got a string of mids from Supreme earlier last year maybe, and now we're going to be getting another one. So this one is just going to be a regular Air Force One with the Supreme on the back, just basically like the lows, but now they're doing a mid-top version because everybody knows mids are way more popular, right? Now, it's not 100% confirmed that this is what they're doing, but there should just be a black and a white colorway, and this is the most likely thing that's going to happen. Now, they're dropping fall winter 2024, and honestly, I mean, the lows were disappointing enough in terms of like materials and just generally speaking being an Air Force One with the Supreme logo, but that didn't stop them from being incredibly popular, so I don't know if we really need these. Here's an absolutely crazy one. So like I expected, Jordan Brand teased the idea of $1,000 Jordan 1. Now that was the Wings pack, I think they called it, a couple different highs and lows that were all like $1,000 to $1,300. Well, they're back with another $1,000 Jordan 1. At least this one's going to be a little bit more flashy. It's a Swarovski crystal collaboration. So this is going to be a stealth color colorway dropping next year, and this picture definitely makes it look pretty terrible. Like, it looks like a freaking, I don't know, some kind of plaid Jordan 1 or something like that. But it's supposed to be just encrusted with like a ton of Swarovski crystals. I would probably imagine it looks a lot more similar to like the CPFM Dunks rather than this, where the like little crystals are so tiny. But who knows? I imagine for $1,000 they're probably going to make these things pretty insane in terms of how they look and potentially the quality. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. These are going to be dropping summer 2025. Would you wear a Swarovski crystal Jordan 1 that costs $1,000? But staying with the ones, we've got two insane releases happening next year. So the first one is another Union Jordan 1 high. Like, this one is supposed to be part of like that pack that dropped. Now, of course, this is like a best case scenario mock-up, so we're not entirely sure what it's going to look like. But if it looks like this, I'm telling you right now, these things will be going insane. So we do have a color code to kind of suggest this colorway. They're not just like imagining some random pair of shoes. Varsity red, sail, shadow gray, and black. Basically a Chicago and a Jordan 1 shadow kind of combined. So the release date for these is February the 12th, 2025. And I gotta know. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. I just know if they drop like this, man, I'm definitely after a pair. I never managed to get even close to touching the other one. So if I get a shot at these, I'm taking it. But I'll do you one even crazier. Off-White Jordan 1 Canary Yellow is going to be dropping next year. That's right. This is the most elusive Off-White Jordan 1 that we saw a bunch of samples of. Everybody thought was releasing for like years on years. Never happened. It's happening next year because everything is happening next year. So this is pretty crazy. Like, we know this is unprecedented. We thought that we would never see a lot of these crazy samples that we saw from Off-White and Jordan Brand, but it looks like not only this sneaker is on the table, but a lot of the other stuff from Off-White, like the Bread Jordan 4s, potentially. Some of the other samples and unreleased stuff and like new collaborations that we've never even seen before. So this is pretty insane, pretty crazy news. This is a holiday 2025 release, so there is plenty of time between now and when these actually drop. But I mean, it's just like, how many more insane releases can Nike and Jordan Brand add to their roster of stuff that's coming back next year? So yes, along with PlayStation Air Force 1's Undefeated 4s, we're also going to be getting the insane sneakers from the Off-White and Jordan collaboration. Let me know what you think of this down in the comment section. Would you be after these? I don't even need to ask that, actually. Just, yeah, let me know what you think of this. Is Nike getting crazy or desperate? Right, last Jordan 1, it hardly looks like a Jordan 1. Take a look at this. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low Black Cat. And from this image here, you can't really see much except for like two shining eyes. But if you scroll down into the daytime shot, these things look like SB Dunks, but they're actually a Jordan 1. So this is actually a Halloween release for this year, and they do look super cool. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks like it would be a Black Panther collab or something like that. So these eyes over here, like these cat eyes, these glow in the dark pretty aggressively. Like this this shot over here almost makes them look like they light up. A crazy amount of materials. I think these things could look pretty cool. These images probably don't do it the best of justice. This is a nice sneaker. It does look like it's not, you know, an OG Jordan 1 Low, but still, I think this is a cool way to go about doing a Jordan 1 for Halloween. We also just got some first actual looks, or some better looks, at the upcoming Wizard of Oz Nike SB Dunk Low, which are also going to be dropping this holiday season. This is them right over here, looking absolutely wild. So there's a lot to kind of get into with this pair of shoes. Like, there's so much going on. Regardless, there's definitely going to be a bunch of little hidden details and references to the movie, but from this image, it does kind of look like it's a little bit more confusing. There's no direct references. I think the outside is supposed to reference the garden where the yellow brick road is going, but again, I'm not like a huge Wizard of Oz guy, so I don't know all of the details. If you know, you'll let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, a lot going on with these. You could see Wizard of Oz tongue with the Nike SB on the other side. I'd love to know what you guys think of these down in the comment section. Do you like them, or is this a pass? Oh yeah, interestingly, there's also rumored to be a second layer to this, so like cutaway materials like we've seen on a bunch of different dunks, so I wonder what that reveals. We've got some actual images of the upcoming Travis Scott Nike Zoom Field Jacks. This is the white chocolate colorway. These are dropping holiday 2024. Honestly, we literally in yesterday's video, we took a look at the sale colorway, and I'm still going to be doing a full review on them, but yeah, initial thoughts, a little bit disappointed. But at least this colorway has a lot more going on. I actually prefer this a lot more. It's a nice little mixture of white sail and then obviously this nice brown chocolate all over it. The midsole is surprisingly soft. I like didn't expect it. Like, you look at this midsole and you think it's going to be really firm, like some of those old retro Nike shoes. Yeah, I've yet to really test them out, so I don't want to say anything that's not exactly true, but yeah, as soon as I do a review, you will see it. Is this something that you're excited to try out, or no? Another pair of shoes to add to 2025's roster, another Ma Man Your collaboration, this time not on a pair of Jordans, but a Nike Air Max 95. So we're getting two colorways. We don't exactly know what they look like just yet, although I believe we've seen the violet ore colorway in some leaks and rumors. It's like just a bunch of like burgundy on it. Either way, we don't have any images over here. This is dropping spring 2025 alongside a diffused taupe colorway, which is interesting. Both summer, spring 2025, so we're just going to keep it moving because we got ages on those releases. This one's pretty crazy. We're getting another Oregon Ducks pair of dunks. This time it's a what the version. They're calling this the Nike Dunk Low What the Ducks of a Feather pack. This is going to be dropping this year, and as you can see, we're getting like a bunch of different colorways. I think there's two colorways here, although obviously it's a what the, so they're all like mismatched. So I believe these two are shots of like the first one, and then these two at the bottom are the shots of the other one. So yeah, a lot going on with these things. You even get a mini swoosh on the toe box. These are supposed to release this year for, get this, $250 retail, which is pretty crazy. Right, very small little leak for this one. Nike SB is going to be collaborating with Carhartt. I don't know what silhouette. I imagine a pair of Dunk, but literally all we have is this, and there is a bunch of different accounts all corroborating this, so I do imagine it is true. But yeah, Nike SB Carhartt, we'll have to wait and see what sneaker model, whether it's a low or a high on a pair of Dunk, or whether it's something completely different. Right, let's talk about some Yeezy news. So quick update on the Adidas stuff. So as we know, last week we were talking about all these crazy discounts that the entire world was getting except for the EU and the UK. So Yeezys were dropping for 70% off on Adidas's websites. We're talking like people getting like the 950 boots for $180, 350 Zebras for like 160. Now this sale has kind of touched down in the UK, so take a look at this. This only just updated, so we've got 70% off Yeezys. However, the stock has not updated. There's still only 34 pairs listed on the Adidas website. There is some still in stock, like some of these 450s are $54, which is crazy. Some of the Quantums, 77, and the annoying thing is, like, I bought these for full price, like on the first restock. Like, I bought this Onyx colorway, and now it's $77, and I'm like, damn it, if I just waited, I would have got it for so much of a better price. But yeah, some of it is still 50% off, others are 70. You can have a look and see if they have your size. But yes, we are still expecting more to be loaded up to the UK and the EU website, because we know that Adidas outlets in the EU and the UK have been getting 70% off Yeezys. In-store Adidas places have also been getting them, so we're just kind of waiting around. This should happen at some point. They load it up to the website. They typically do these sales every Monday, or update the website every Monday. So just have a look tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, it'll happen at some point. Let me know what kind of sales you managed to pick up from this. If there's any that you got last week, let me know your greatest steals. That will be interesting to see. Final story. Imagine this. You are a storage hunter and you just bought a lot and you didn't really have any high expectations. You pay the bills and you go in there to go and investigate, see what you came up on. Well, you draw that door open, you look inside, and there's just a ton of stuff. And as you start pulling out some of these things, you realize this all belongs to a very, very popular person. It belongs to Kanye West. That's right. This actually happened. So a storage hunter, or a group of people that buy storage bins and they kind of, sort through it to try and come up on something, they bought a storage unit all containing insane personal items from Kanye West. Like, Kanye West owned this storage unit. Inside, they found like audio equipment. They found like a bunch of different boxes full of like costumes for different events. They've got Sunday service clothing, like piles of it. They've got huge bins full of like sketches and different samples and all these crazy designs, which, like, with this alone, you could probably start up an entire clothing brand based on it. It's got like insane information, like all handwritten by Ye. Like, you could tell this is his handwriting from like other stuff that he's done. A whole bin full of like random masks for some kind of event, I assume, or maybe even some kind of product. But yeah, there's these almost looking like Jason Voorhees with these masks out here. They got gloves. They've even got Yeezy boots, like unreleased stuff, or maybe those are released. Yeezy season 6, I'm pretty sure those are samples. But yeah, imagine these things would go like individually for thousands, and you've got just an entire unit full of it. All of these images for, I assume, different samples they were doing for different products. I'm pretty sure we've seen this image on Instagram posted somewhere. More clothing, like whole bins full of clothing. They're freaking wearing it. It is crazy. I just couldn't imagine coming up on this. Like, this would be worth so much money. I don't know whether they're gonna like contact Ye and see if he wants some of it back, or if they're most likely just gonna throw it up for sale on different places, different auctions or something like that. But yeah, apparently the bin was just mishandled and that's how they got their hands on it. But it seems relatively recent because they've even got like this t-shirt which looks very, very similar to like the Vultures merch that they did. So how old could it be? They got Balenciaga products. Like, what the hell is even this? More Sunday service stuff. But yeah, this is probably one of the biggest W's I will ever see from a storage unit. Imagine coming across this, and if this was you, what would you do? Would you contact Ye, tell him, hey, I got all your stuff, do you want it back? Or would you just sell it at auction? Let me know down in the comment section. I have a feeling what you guys are gonna say. But listen, we do this every single Sunday, so to make sure that you stay in the loop with all of the latest sneaker releases and rumors and leaks and all of that good stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to check out another video, click that one right over there.